Hello, YouTube world. My name is Anthony Long. Welcome back to the Bluegrass Picker channel. You came back. Why? Why would you? I'm sure glad you did. So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell the way you feel from the cold steel rail? Smile from the floor. Morning. Little High and Dry by Radiohead early in the morning. Thanks for swinging by, Ella. I was just going to be practicing guitar anyway. Might as well let people watch. Watch me hack away at the guitar. What you doing up so early? Oh, wait, you're on the East Coast. Any requests? Any band song? Any bands that you might like that I might know how to play some of their songs? I mean, you may not like rock at all, but times change. Still bad. I don't blame you. I get it. I got up to work today and I realized I don't want to do it. It's a good thing about owning my own business. I'm like, I'll do it tomorrow. And I'll do eBay all day because eBay's more fun. You might appreciate this one. I didn't want to sell this one. I wanted to make my store look really good on eBay. I'm hoping I find this one again, but it's James Brown's Sex Machine, part 1 and 2. It's so hard to find this one. I shouldn't have sold it. Such a good song. And like this one, this is a great one. This is why people like the 45s. The cool pictures, Journey, Separate Ways. That one sold for like $18. Yeah, I understand that. Most of the names suck. I was saying that to my buddy the other day. You know, there's so much to a title of the song. What was it? Oh, I was making an example of. There's a song by Steve Miller Band, and it goes, "Fly like an eagle to the sea, fly like an eagle, blah 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 blah." And so they call the song "Fly Like an Eagle" because they say it so much, and yeah, it's a good title, honestly. So it's not exactly one that would be better, but I think there's a great part of the song they should have used, and it's the part where it goes, "Time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future." The time keeps on slipping. What an awesome title that would have been. Everybody remember, yeah, that time keeps on slipping song. That's awesome. They'd still sing "Flying Like an Eagle." They didn't need to know. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I should write my own songs and stop worrying about everybody else's. All right. This song is called Number 41 because it's the 41st song we wrote. Ha. Boy, I forget it. Oh. I was learning this the other day. Purple Rain by Prince, which is obviously kind of hard. And I don't know the solo, but it's just the beginning. It's really hard on the acoustic, but can you hear it? Yeah, cool. Yeah, Prince was awesome. They always talked about his guitar work, but he was such a great writer. He was kind of like Bob Dylan in a weird way, because he wrote so many songs he couldn't even produce them all. You know what I mean? So he would give them out. Good story. Kiss, the song Kiss. Um, when he wrote that song, he didn't like it that much, so he sent it to another guy. The guy remade it and made it a little different, sent it back to him, showed him how he wanted it, and he goes, sorry, I have to take it back, and I'm using your version. And that's what the version that he used was to the guy. The guy basically remixed it for him, and he liked it better the way he remixed it for him, and it became Kiss. So even artists take back their free music they gave people. Hey, Dave, how's it going? I was just going live for a minute before I sit down to do work all day. Try to get my guitar in early, because I love playing anyway. It's just good to get it done early, and then any more practice is just extra. Well, that's one fun fact we all learn about most people's families. Once the person dies, they usually whore out the person to make as much money as they can. I got a. Hey, what's up, Glenn? Good to see you, brother. I got one of my items got taken down. It was a $12 picture of Richard Pryor in a movie, Silver Streak or something. I don't even remember the movie. And the Richard Pryor estate made me take it down. I'm like, what? A picture from 40 something years ago, and you're paying a lawyer all this money to come around and take down. I'm like, oh my God. Okay, I'll just keep it. You know, if Richard Pryor knew about this, he'd be like, what? Are you kidding me? Ugh, disgusting. Too hot to cut grass? Well, you know, you still can cut early in the morning, but it's so dry. I don't know about you guys down in Louisiana. I'm guessing you're kind of hurting too, because Texas isn't getting rain. You know, because that Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, it's up to us in Springfield, and we are dry. This is the driest we've been since 2013, and it looks like it's going to get worse in the future. So this is bad for us. We're in drought. Just north of us, though, it's not. They've been getting rain all June, even some of July. So it's just like Springfield down. But yes, also it's going to be hot. It's supposed to be the next 10 days. It's supposed to be 100 degrees and over every day, every single day. So, I mean, honestly, the best thing ever happened to me was doing YouTube, because doing YouTube made me understand eBay so much more. Now I have eBay as a second source, a steady source. Before it was just like sporadic. I'd make some money here and there. It was good. I had to list good stuff only. Now I have a store, you know, so now that I can expand the store when I'm not working, and it's running while I'm working. It's just wonderful to have eBay as a nice $100 a day, steady $100 a day, and I'm so lucky right now because, especially because of gas. I mean, that's my biggest expense is gas in this year. I mean, I had a lot of I bet I had 40% of my customers just give me more money. I didn't even ask them. They know. That's what happens when you have good customers. They just give you more money. Any requests? Any bands? It's the only Rush song I can play. I freaking love that song. Classical Gas. Who put that? Glenn. Yeah, right. If no one knows, Classical Gas is a really hard song to play. It's really awesome. It's kind of one of those. If you're a really great guitarist, you know it. If you're a guitar teacher, you have to know Classical Gas. Bread. That's a good. Hey, you got some good taste there, brother. I can't play any bread. Most of the jam bands just play chords, and if it's just chords, it's kind of boring for me. Because for me, I want to hear. That's why I like Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd, because the guitar stands out. It was written by the guitar, and then they filled in the rest. So the guitar-driven songs. I didn't realize this for a long time, so I started playing guitar, and I'm like, oh. So that's why I've always liked Zeppelin, Floyd, Beatles, and that's the thing about the Beatles. Like Blackbird. Blackbird was written by Paul McCartney, the bass guitarist. Most people don't realize that all three guys could play the electric guitar. They could all solo. And so they just kind of picked and chose who got to do what because they could all do it. So you had three really good guitarists all playing with each other. So no wonder they had so many songs. Basically had 3 times the songs. Anyway, and that's why Paul was kind of an average bassist because he wasn't his first love. He's a better pianist than he was a bassist, But one of my favorite guitar songs for the Beatles is written by Paul McCartney. A guy who never plays the guitar, he plays the bass. Anyway, fun fact. Oh, Dave, me and Harry are going live. Not this week, but the next week. He's on call. It might be in a couple of weeks, but we're going to do a live. We haven't done one in a long time. My eBay got so busy I couldn't do any more videos. How does it go? to work. Good to see you, Glenn. I'm so glad that you love that hat and you appreciate it. I'm glad you asked, and I'm glad it didn't just sit here in the background for a long time. Oh, cool, Dave. If you ever want me to come on, just holler. I don't mind. I mean, if you ever want to. Get me and Harry on at the same time. That'd be fun. I would like to talk to you, Dave, sometime. If you could, do you have my privately, do you have my email? You can email me and I'll get your number and we can chit chat. My internet's not very good either. I'm probably cutting out on everybody. Hey, what's up, Paul Antonelli? How you doing? I'm just playing around with the guitar. Don't wish, do. Now, the only thing hard about guitar is hurting your fingers. Just like running, you got to your feet got to get tough. Your legs got to, the muscles in your legs got to get sore. It's just everything hurts a little bit at the beginning, but then after that, then it's just learning. And then what's cool about this, like the hard part is not playing. Hard part for me is remembering now, because like this looks easy somewhat, because I've practiced, but this part isn't hard. It's actually remembering where to go. So you're running all this math. I mean, you get a lot of muscle memory, of course, but I just played 30 songs, so way over 1,000 notes that I've remembered. So that becomes the hard part. If you had sheet music sitting here, a little different, but remembering, that's the tough part. But that's just because brain memory, just running over and over and over again. You don't need the sheet music after you do it a while, you know. But anyway, but I recommend anybody do mandolin or ukulele. They're easier than guitar, and then you can move to guitar after that. But I think everybody should do it. It's just a good. This is my philosophy. I'm up at least 17 hours every day. Even if I work 8 hours, I've got a lot of time left over to do things. If I can't give 30 minutes to something like this that I like, what am I doing? You know? So I think I always have a new challenge. I like to have a new challenge always. Actually, right now, though, I've scaled back because I do too much. So there's a balance, that's for sure. And I get myself a little too far out there because I like to try everything. Well, I know. I mean, what I'm saying is this. It's not that this looks easy. It's that most people are not going to notice. I would never notice either. That the hard part is actually the remembering. Is what I mean. Is that's the part that's not easy. Because there's a lot of songs I can play. I just forget, exactly where the thing is played. So I can play so many songs, but if you don't remember, what's the point? But trying to remember over 300, I know a lot of songs now just because of over time. So then a lot of them are using the same stuff, so you get mixed between. And then once you play enough, you realize they're all borrowing each other's stuff. I mean, even when they talk, like it's so funny to listen to the Beatles talking about. What was it? John Lennon talking about "Please Please Me." He stole the "Please Please" from a Roy Orbison song, and then he said he stole, and he had a ditty from something. I think it was Little Richard that he used for that. Back then everybody did that. There wasn't like people didn't think about rights of songs and stuff like that. The record companies made that a big deal. And so then they stunk their lawyers on everybody. But the musicians were like, let's share, because they know it's like scientists. If they don't share with each other, you can't really do much. You got to share to advance. And when they're not sharing, they're not advancing. They're just keeping everything to themselves, compartmentalizing. That's not good for anybody, my opinion. But I mean, even on like Beach Boys, was it? I forget which song. It's one of their most famous songs. It says Chuck Berry under it because they just literally ripped everything off. I mean, even some of the words, they just changed it around a bit, which I like both versions, but it's like, dude, it's just a total. Chuck Berry and Little Richard don't get any credit for what they did. They were before the Beatles. They made the Beatles. Beatles looked up to them. If anybody likes to study the music stuff, if you go back and look at like Little Richard talking about the Beatles, he met him once, and their manager tried to give him half of the Beatles worth, and he's like, he didn't think the Beatles were going to be that good. He's like, nah, no thanks, because he had the Rolling Stones already opening for him, so he thought the Stones were probably better, but they were probably more polished at the time, and he was looking for more anyway. So it's just interesting. Like he even said, he goes, when I look back on it, it's like some weird dream because it's so crazy. Even Little Richard, hard for him his head to go around it. George Harrison on the end of "She's So Heavy." Ooh. Well, thanks for that one. I like to look up songs I don't know exactly the title. She's So Heavy, and I love George Harrison. I just sold one of his yesterday. But there's another perfect example of a guy that always thought he could write songs, but the really good writers, Paul and John, were always like, yeah, you got some okay stuff. It's, and they let him. There was a couple songs. He had a couple really good ones that the Beatles used. But Here Comes the Sun, I think was his. But anyway, but once he got on his own, he still had some good licks, but the lyrics just weren't. It's like David Gilmour. I loved him. He was my favorite singer on Pink Floyd, and he was the guitarist. I liked him better than Roger Waters. But Roger Waters' words, there's no Pink Floyd without Roger Waters' words either. Abbey Road. Oh, that's why. She's so heavy. I'm going to look that one up. I love a new challenge. Thank you. I appreciate that, Paul. What other music do you like? Paul Antonelli, I feel like you have to like Billy Joel, right? This is my life. I always liked Anthony's song. Moving Out. Na, na, na. Paul, are you doing Whatnot yet? I did one, and it was all right. I figure it's an outlet that I could use, but I'm not. I don't know if I'm going to spend too much time because I have to do all the shipping and stuff. But hey, no worries. Thanks for swinging by. Appreciate it. I'll check it out if I can. Yeah, I figured. It's a good way to get rid of some stuff I don't really want, but I can do that in my booths at my flea market and stuff. So I got that outlet anyway, and it builds back customers. The people and Whatnot just seem so random. Anyway, guys like Cernock and Tim and Cincinnati Picker are killing it just because they're staying steady and keep doing it, getting regulars. Cincinnati Picker, if anybody likes sports cards, man, you got to follow Cincinnati Picker and getting his breaks. He's giving away great deals, especially compared to any of the other Whatnot people. Thanks, Ella. I appreciate it. Just finished my first high bid. Now I'm on the next one. Cool. eBay's been working so good for me. I've been narrowing it down. I feel like I was too strung out over too many different places. But it was kind of fun, but I think in the long run, I need to just kind of narrow my focus down. So that's what I've been doing. I like the boost, but anyway. Yeah, I mean, if I can, I never know with my business mowing. I'm on call all the time, so it's hard for me to say for sure if it's the morning. If it's at night, I can probably do it. But yeah, it's good. It would be good to know what other people what's working in their flea market booths. I'm actually going to change my whole philosophy on that too. I'm just going to make it cheap. I'm going to make it for resellers. So I'm going to try to be the guy where all the resellers want to come to my booth. I'm just going to start making, I'm not going to, and I think that's one of the biggest mistakes I've made. And I think that's one of the biggest mistakes that all the resellers, I was telling Donna about that today, because all the YouTube people are trying to squeeze every dollar out of stuff instead of just making double, getting that money back, make it double again. Doing that, you do that every day, you're great. If you're trying to make quadruple and you're waiting 6 months to make that quadruple, right? I mean, even when that person gets that product, are they going to be super happy about it? Because you kind of force them into it because they just found you and they start looking around, they see other prices that are cheaper. You're like, you know what I mean? They're not going to be happy. So I don't know. I think I'm just changing the way I'm doing things with everything. And I think, I don't know. I think everybody should at least take on some of that stuff too, because I think too many people are, have 10,000 things on eBay because they're all 10,000 overpriced things. Turn and burn. Yep. Yeah. Just give me a shout. take it easy. Go get ready for your show. Let's see. What was I gonna say? I'm looking forward to going live with Harry. That's gonna be fun. I missed that. Talking music is my jam, and he knows way more than I do. So I wish he'd go live more. He's been going live with the antique guys, but I can't do it. I don't know. It's just so slow. I'm just sitting there waiting for something new to happen. It becomes the Harry show pretty quick. And Harry's trying not to take it over. You can tell he's trying to hold back his personality. I don't like that. I want him to be Harry, you know. Anyway, I should probably get to work, but I'd rather just sit here and talk to no one. So, you know. So how hot is it on the East Coast? I'm guessing some East Coast people watching here. I heard it's getting a lot of rain. Antique guy, the Canadian guys. I like those guys, but I mean it's so dry. I can't. I need some Harry in there for sure, but it's just so dry. And they're like, you know, they're still in the mode of like finding these bolos, and it's that YouTube thing kind of screws up everybody's business model, in my opinion. You got everybody looking for these bolos. You can't scale up a business with bolos. The reason they're bolos is because you can't freaking find them very often. How do you scale that up? Something you can't find very often. You know, so you're getting these people that really don't know much about it. They're trying to start a business, and you're going to run around for bolos, mainly because bolo videos get the most views. I think people need to know that's not a good idea. Not to start off with. Later on, it's good to know bolos for the garage sales. When you're at a garage sale and you already got a business going, you see a bolo, good, get it. That's awesome. But when you're starting out and you're just sitting around looking for the, you know, Mickey Mantle rookies at every garage sale, thinking it might be there or something, I don't know. I just think it's one thing I wish the resellers. It's because the YouTube videos, the ones that got the hits are the ones like that, and that's why you see some of these YouTubers are actually like constantly talking about how bad they are at eBay, and I'm glad they don't hide it. But when every video is, I did it again, I'm so bad at eBay, like, can spend your time like fixing your eBay instead of making a video about how bad you are at eBay. Like, you don't want to be good at eBay, do you? You're just trying to make videos. Like, I'm not going to watch a video from a guy that is terrible at his job. Like, watch me be terrible. I did it again. Like, and these guys have like lots of people watch them. Like, that's another reason why I've not been doing very many videos, because it's like I'd rather just be better at my business. No one was really, you know, Harry's about the only one that's like, man, I wish you were still doing videos. I liked your Wetzel videos. He's the only one. And it just takes a lot of time, you know, hour and a half, 2 hours every day to film it and adjust it, and publish it, and thinking about doing it is time. And, you know, 30 people watching it. I like doing it. That was fun, but you know, if I'm not getting anything out of it myself, then what am I doing? I'm just helping out 5 people with their business. I don't know. So anyway, and I get why, you know, I don't hardly watch anybody's reselling videos anymore. Honestly, even some of my favorites from back in the day, I'm not saying I wouldn't change, but they've all changed a lot. And there's only like a couple that haven't changed. And those I still watch every once in a while, but I know it's still just, most of the time it's just entertainment. And, you know, I really used the YouTube people at the beginning. When I first started and I didn't know anything, man, thank God I found Commonwealth Picker and Harry and Part-Time Picker and Cincinnati Picker. Thank the Lord. At first I found Rally Roots, Greasy Resells, and Faking Profits. And they were going to make me go to Amazon and freaking sign up for Amazon, get their $25 a month to sell on Amazon. I'm going to be buying books with a scanner. I'm going to go through and scan 1,000 books and get 5 and make $7 from it on Amazon. And it was going to cure everything. And thank God I found Cincinnati Picker. Oh my God. I did find a crazy lamp lady. I did find her first. And because I was kind of looking for antiques, because I had an antique booth and I didn't know anything about it, but quickly led me to Cincinnati Picker, started doing garage sales. And I'm like, okay, this is more like I like garage sales and Goodwill. But then when I started realizing what I really wanted to sell, not just what can sell, because we all know like what can sell is great, but good luck having motivation to list stuff you don't like. That becomes a chore, and then you don't want to do it. So I found that you have to find stuff that you really want to list, or else you're just not going to do it. So that's why I found using my own collection stuff and like my own passion stuff, just sell that, and it's worked. Anyway, it's like I don't watch any of the storage guys. How many times do they show you any of the bad ones? They'll tell you, yeah, we have bad ones quite often, but they'll never show you any bad ones. So no matter what, you're just thinking, wow, man, if I can spend $6,000 and I'm probably going to come out ahead. Well, that probably works in San Fran, in LA, but in South Missouri, you're going to get a bunch of trash. I mean, if you go to garage sales here, you realize what people think's worth money. You're like, this is an old tire. You could probably still use it. No. 15 video a minute makes 3 hours. Yeah, I mean, I got it down to a good process. But it was still an hour and a half. And you're talking taking the video, editing it, waiting for it, uploading it, and all that stuff. People have to realize that. Make sure it's worth their time. I liked it, so it wasn't like since I liked it, it didn't hurt. But there was a certain point I'm like, okay, I'm getting a lot of money from eBay. An hour and a half, that's 15 listings. That's like $200 that I am most likely going to make because what I'm putting up is going to sell. Why am I making a video for 2 hours, not making any money on it? And very few people are really good. I mean, I like doing it, but I'm not. I don't think YouTube like literally stifles me, but I guarantee you, my what sold videos were better than Harry Tornado's, and for him to have as many subscribers as he does, you're like, what's YouTube algorithm doing? And so maybe that's not what the people wanted, obviously, but it's. I started realizing it's like almost like it's a political thing in a weird way. So I don't know. I didn't do it right or something. So if I didn't start it off right, it wasn't advancing. So what's the point of just keep throwing my time at it, which I see as money. So now I'm throwing money at something that's not giving any return. And I did it just to give, but at a certain point it's taking from me. I think everybody's run through. If you make videos, you've already ran through these thoughts, right? Hey, Susanna. Because like Susanna, she needs to be painting. If you're spending too much time, if of the 17 hours you're awake in the day and you're not painting for at least an hour of that, it's a mistake because you're so good at painting. And you know that. So if you're not prioritizing your good things in your life, you're going to have problems. We all need to be balanced. So when I quit making videos, guess what? I started playing more videos. I started learning more songs. I started getting better on the guitar. I was doing more practicing. I'm getting more listings done. So all the stuff I really like to do even more so, I'm flaming. So, bringing it back in a little bit is actually helping all the things that I really like the most anyway. If that makes any sense. I don't know. I think everybody's got to figure out their balance. And I've been a new way of eating. So I'm just like, every time I try a new way, your body reacts like it's so happy. But then everything catches up. So now I'm at that place where I'm waiting for other things to happen. And all I know is I'm thinking so clearly. And I think fasting is some kind of medicine that we don't realize. Um, I mean, it's amazing. Compliment. Yeah, I don't do compliments. I do truth. My truths. Um, not only are you a good artist, you have good, interesting, unique techniques. Like um, if I was you, we have a farmers market, and I would take my stuff up to the farmers market every week if I had what you have. And I would set up a little booth. I mean, and something like you have, you could actually hire someone to do that for you pretty easily. Um, and I would have a booth in an antique mall just selling them all the different stuff you do because there's a market for it. But I also know that the materials, if you're not getting return on stuff, you're pumping out a bunch of stuff with all the materials you're using, you start losing money quick too. So, but you know, got a fan or flames, something you're good at. I love when you're like using you're using the fan to like create the wavy stuff in the tie dye looking paint colors. Awesome. It's super cool. Uh, I think that's the thing is everybody needs to be aware of who they are. Um, because like someone like you, Susanna, that you're good at art, but sometimes you just forget because you just who you are. You're just doing it, and sometimes it's nice when someone goes, "Hey, you're good at it," and then it makes you like focus more on it. You know what I mean? Like, okay, like because with the guitar, I just do it because I like it. I don't think about how good I am compared to other people or anything like that. I just do it. That's like I tell my buddy, like, it's a passion when you wake up in the morning. It's the first thing you do. When you get home, it's the first thing you do from work. If it's eating food, that's your passion. If it's watching TV, that's your passion. I mean, it's not rocket science. You know what I mean? Um, and if you think your passion is painting, I think we all need to check ourselves. Is it really painting? You know what I mean? Because we all know when you get your first opportunity, of your free time, of your time, what you do is what you like the most. Well, it was fun to hang out for a minute. I appreciate people listening to me talk about nothing. Make sure you are looking out for Harry's lives, Harry Humstone. I'll be coming live with him. Hey, Sonny, how's it going, brother? Um, I was just getting off here, but make sure you follow Sonny. He does a lot of videos right now, and he's on Whatnot as well. Follow his Whatnot if you're good on Whatnot. He's got some good items. But yeah, I got to get to work. It's 102 today. It's going to be over 100 for the next 10 days. We've had a quarter of an inch of rain in the last month and a half. So mowing it's not happening right now. So it looks like eBay. I've got all these lists. I've got hundreds ready to go. I just need the list. So I love when I'm in that position where I know I can list like 50 or 60 things a day, just sitting here and enjoying my day with my dogs, learning stuff on YouTube, watching Susanna's Chronicles when she goes live. So, um, I hope everybody's doing well with I'm just not on YouTube as much because I'm just focused on me right now. But I think we all need to make sure we're checking ourselves. You know what I mean? Would you allow me to do an interview on you? Absolutely. Just get with me. 110 yesterday. Yeah, we're going 104 in Springfield, Missouri. That's way because we get moisture coming from the Gulf of Mexico, Texas. So we get some real bad humidity. So 104 and humidity. But recently it's been windy, so that knocks it down 5 degrees. But yeah, just Susanna, if my I'll put my email in here. I'm on. I don't get on much, but I'll see you instant message me on Instagram because sometimes I don't see my emails, but yeah, um, yeah, absolutely. Anytime, Susanna. I love to talk, so be careful in an interview. You may not talk much. I'm a preacher's son. I had to listen to my dad talk. I've been waiting years, and now I unleashed it. That's what I always tell people. My dad's an awesome Baptist preacher. I'm not a huge religion fan because a lot of people have screwed up their religion, but Jesus didn't screw up the religion. I believe a lot of the things Jesus said, but my dad was one of the good. He's a good one. He preaches. He's not preaching at you. He's preaching with you. He's preaching at himself as much as he was. You know what I mean? So he's not Father looking down on you like intermediate God. You know what I mean? Like a lot of preachers. I used to go watch other preachers because we would go visit. Um, so good thing about religion is you can find a good one out there too. So there's some good ones. All right. Thanks for joining. I appreciate y'all. And get to work. List. But make sure they're good listings. All right. Bye, y'all. I appreciate you. Grind on for